This guy in Missouri at Walmart walking around with rifles after the mass shootings last weekend. What the hell is wrong with this guy? See, this is where I'm a very conflicted person. I have that liberal side where, you know, you want to help people, you need to do what's right. I also have that conservative side that says, look, what you're doing is just completely wrong. You're just striking terror and fear into people. Because there was just a mass shooting, national news. So my recommendation is when they arrested this guy, is that they should do a mental health evaluation. And if he's not mentally challenged, AKA a dumb shit and a then what we should do with this guy is go to the next step. This is the conservative side. See, my dad would have been in his 90s if he was alive. I grew up in a different generation. What this guy needs is a good old-fashioned ass whooping. I mean, who does this stuff? What kind of fool goes into a Walmart after a mass shooting with a rifle? He's lucky that fireman, I think it was a fireman, just stopped him and held him at gunpoint. He's lucky 5 guys didn't jump on his ass and take care of him, and then they drag him out and then arrest him. Because that would have been fine with me. When I was a judge, if those guys that beat him up would have been charged, I would have awarded that guy. Now, I would have kept the other guy in custody, and we would have found him a great roommate.
So arrest him for what, though?
Oh, I don't know. Would you think of some charges, right? That's what they do out here. Usual suspects, Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart, you know, all that good stuff. Well, in theory, once again, in theory, you could have assault with a deadly weapon because that ties us into the open carry laws, which we'll get there in a moment. But what happens is an assault is when you put somebody in fear or apprehension. Yes, you can legally, in Nevada, per Nevada Revised Statute 202.350, you can open carry a weapon. We generally run by the rule of what's called the three-sided rule, meaning that you can see that gun visibly from one of three sides of your body. So for example, if the gun is in your waistband and it's sticking out very easily, the handle's very easily seen, or you've got it on your hip on a holster. If it's on my left hip, you might not be able to see it from my right side. So, but you can see it from the other 3 areas. Same thing, if I'm behind you, Mason, and you got the gun in your waistband, it's very easily seen, it's not under a jacket, theoretically, it's open carry. But what I advise my clients of is all you're doing is looking for trouble. Something sideways is gonna happen. Don't even open carry. It's just, especially in a big urban area like Las Vegas or Reno, something's gonna go sideways. You're gonna have an encounter with the law, and you just don't need that kind of stuff. So with the open carry law, it's a 1 to 5 years in prison. It is probationable. You can get a fine up to $10,000. But you cannot do the following. You cannot take it to the airport. Open carry does not apply at the airport. Open carry doesn't apply at public schools, including UNR, UNLV, as well as grade schools, etc. And it doesn't apply at the Nevada legislature. So I take my open carry gun to the airport, get on a plane, fly to my son who's at UNR. I go to UNR campus and visit him. Then I drive to the legislature. Forget it. I got all kinds of problems. Stay away from it. That's my advice.
TheVegasLawyers.com. Lawyer Up.